I hereby summon all my ifs. Hey everybody, it's Annabelle. While going through and doing some of the quests that are needed to take care of the special event reward streak that's going on, one of the quests that I got was to play cards with Mana Thirst. And I figured, okay, Mana Thirst is the keyword that came out in this particular expansion. There's got to be a lot of cards in it. And I was starting to look through it, and there's really not. There's one in Demon Hunter, one in Hunter, one in Mage, two in Paladin, and one in Warrior. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 class cards. And there's only six other neutral cards that have it. And I was thinking about this, and I was like, okay, did this set need a keyword? Does every set need a keyword? Is that something that we actually positively have to have in every set going forward? I mean, the problem with this is that Mana Thirst could be a really neat ability, but now that they've burnt it here on 12 cards, they're never going to use it again, and that's kind of a shame. And it's kind of a issue, because I gotta think that the people who are making this game have to scramble, or maybe not scramble is the right word, but have to figure out what the keyword is going to be for each and every set. And, I think especially with this particular set, you could have left out the keyword and it would have been fine. I don't think anybody would have complained about the keyword being gone. Or you could have basically topped out and said that Reborn was going to be the keyword in this set. That a lot more stuff was going to have Reborn. The problem with keywords like this is because there's so few cards in the set that have this effect, you never use them, and then you think that they're horrible cards. I mean, you're talking 12 cards in like 150 card deck. 150 different unique cards that you can pick out of, and 10 of them are have Mana Thirst on it. You're talking less than 10%. And the problem is this has been going on for a while. I mean, Infuse really doesn't see play. I mean, some of Endless Infuse sees play. In Sunken City, how often do you see the dredge mechanic anymore? From Alterac Valley, how often do you see Frenzy? Sorry, it was Honorable Kill in... See, this is how little that these cards see play. You don't even remember what half of them are. How often do you see Honorable Kill? Because that was in the Alterac Valley. In Stormwind, how often is Tradable even used? There were cards that had trade in them. Barons, that's when you had Frenzy, And there's certain cards that, even in this particular set, could benefit from having, like, Tradable. I mean, even a card like this, After you summon an undead, give it +1 attack. Imagine if it had Tradable. I mean, it's not a good card, but, there you go. And it's kind of weird that, they have to burn these keywords in these locations because they've kind of sunk themselves into one expansion, one keyword. But the problem with one expansion, one keyword is that none of the cards really get to see any kind of play. Let's type it in Fuse real quick. Let's go to standard. You know, even Infuse had more cards that were in it. I mean, some of this came out like in the mini set and stuff like that. But, you know, even these cards, how many of these cards see play? Yes, there's some outliers, like, Sergeant Efforts is definitely an outlier. We all know that Sergeant Efforts is an outlier. Devour's an outlier. But, the fact is that these cards are never going to see play again. And I would rather, and this might just be me, see them give us a keyword for 2 sets, 3 sets, even for an entire season. Imagine if Honorable Kill had been the keyword for this entire set. Or Dredge had been the keyword for this entire set. I mean, maybe Dredge isn't the best mechanic because that's, under the sea. But you could have had cards in here that would have worked with Dredge. Undead dredging something back to the underworld. Something in the Shadowlands dredging something back to Undeath. I mean, if you look at all of the sets that came out in this year, you basically had a death scene. First you went to the depths of the sea, then you went to Death's Realm, and now you have Death Knights. So, I mean, you can have a keyword go through multiple sets, and it would be fine. And that's going to limit what keywords you have to use, because I got to think at a certain point, you're running out of keywords to come up with. And if a keyword is broken, you can go in the next set and adjust it so that a keyword can be a nice, unique keyword going forward. Anyways, those are my thoughts. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, remember, play for fun.